What's up, ice cream lovers and entrepreneurial lovers? This is your friendly ice cream maker, ice cream lover, ice cream shop owner, Brent Murray from the Dairyhäus. Hope you enjoyed last episode where we talked a little bit about the factors of production. This one we're actually going to discuss profit and profit margins. We alluded a little bit to the goal of most businesses out there, especially for-profit businesses, is to make some sort of a profit. You've done all the things that you need to do. You've sold your goods. Now you've got a little bit left over, and that's your profit. Wanted to talk about a couple of different items to profit. One part is expenses, and those items that we talked about, the factors of production from last episode, those all go into expenses, whether they're labor, and I pay an individual an hourly wage or a salary in order to have them perform here at the ice cream shop, or any job for that instance. So it's the labor, the natural. We actually pay rent here. So on this land right here, we pay rent to the library, and that's a cost to an expense to the Dairyhäus. Utilities, so keeping the lights on, the water, the gas, the electric, all that, the internet, all goes into expenses. The equipment. So right now, I'm kind of excited because we are buying what's called a brand new blast freezer for us. And when we make the ice cream, it actually comes out quite a bit like soft serve. It's quite a bit softer than what we scoop into the ice cream, and that allows it to be malleable. So we can put in Oreos or cookie dough or a swirl of fudge or a swirl of raspberry jam or something like that. After we make that ice cream, we put it all into something called a blast freezer, and it freezes it to 30 below. And we can't make more ice cream than what can fit into one of those blast freezers every day. So we had to make a hard decision this off season because we're finding that we needed to make a little bit more ice cream. So we decided to reinvest into the business and purchase a brand new blast freezer. It wasn't cheap at all. I think including shipping and everything like that, it's going to be about $8,000. But hopefully we're able to take that money, buy some equipment, and make more ice cream than we can make right now, and thereby recognize larger profits. So that's the equipment that goes into it. Raw goods, we have to buy the milk and the sugar and the cream and the flour for the waffle cones, and the fruit and the fudges and all sorts of different things that we buy, those raw goods that the team uses, I use to make the ice cream, and that's again where the labor comes into play. And other things that you might not think about, like insurance. We have to pay to insure our staff, to insure the building, to insure our vehicles, things like that. There's all of these things that fall under the expense category, things that the Dairyhäus spends money on that hopefully allow us to make a profit. So then the profit comes from various different what we'll call revenue streams. And a revenue stream is just a way of getting money into the business. So probably the most easiest one to understand is walking up to the counter, order an ice cream cone, and our staff ringing that up and giving you the ice cream cone. In that instance, that is one of our revenue streams. We'll call it counter sales. We also have the quarts that you guys may be familiar with. And we've got a little freezer at the back end of the ice cream shop here where people take their quarts. But we also have quarts to go in various grocery stores as well as boutique. That revenue stream has been huge for us, and I would say it's probably one of the big reasons that we're investing in this blast freezer. It allows us to make more ice cream so that we can hopefully utilize that particular revenue stream a little bit more aggressively than maybe what we're doing with the counter sales here. And especially with the COVID-19 and the way that the business is operating right now, looking at alternative revenue streams is a real important one for us right now. We're not just going to sit on our laurels and not serve ice cream. We got to figure out a way to do so. And then I would say the third and probably smallest revenue stream for the Dairyhäus is catering events. So you may have seen us at things like Wednesdays in the Park, We do weddings, we do birthdays, all sorts of those things. Those are a third option, and that one I kind of found on more people were requesting it, and so it was not something that I necessarily went after and tried to say, hey, here's a third revenue stream I'm trying to capitalize on. We're just feeding the demand where we find it in that instance. So you've kind of got two sides of a coin here. You've got your expenses, the minuses, and the revenue, the pluses, and how that equation works out is your profit margin. So how much money you did make on all of it, less all of your expenses. Hope that all made sense. Love to hear some questions if you've got some. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening.